G'day guys, Charlie from Custom Craft. We have newly become a distributor for Burleigh Bars, which is an Australian company. They do a lot of stainless steel bars. So we signed up as a distributor. Now that we've got the workshop open, we're getting demands for these bars. And like I said, they're 100% Australian made. So we're throwing our support behind the boys at Burleigh. Here are a set that's newly arrived. I got to tell you, they absolutely wrap them so they can't get damaged, which is really awesome. Some of the times when you order parts, it's a big concern. Are they going to be wrapped properly? Will they get damaged in shipping? But as you can see, this is perfectly wrapped. That's an awesome job. I'll be cutting that all up and getting the bars out of there. Not only do you get that when you order the set, I want to run through what we got from them. We also got their beautiful risers that match up with the bars. They look awesome. They do have locking screws in them down the bottom, so you can lock them up once you've got them set. We'll be running through that and I'll show you how all that works. This is a late model bike, and one of the advantages of a late model bike is these wires. Instead of cutting and extending your wires, it's just a plug and play job, they say. So by right, this should just plug into the plug on the bars and go down the bars and come out the other end. All right, and obviously we've got a few more cables and bits and pieces as well. You know, you extend the brake, extend the clutch, and that's all there as one big kit. I did get this from Harley itself, and that's a solid bushes, polyurethane bushes. As you can see, you have to move away from the rubber and into the solid bushes. The reason being is without them, the bars will wobble, and nothing worse than a set of raised bars with rubber bushes. I've personally ridden on a bike like that, and it's very bad. You go into a corner, you're taking your corner, next thing you know, the rubber gives way and you've got another 2-inch travel in the bars. So it's not a pleasurable experience, put it that way. Much prefer the solid bush, because that's why you know exactly where you are in the corner, and there's going to be no fall in it. All right, enough about me jabbering on. Why don't we get into this and see what's underneath all this beautiful cardboard. As you can see, it's so well protected. Like double packed, isn't it? It's really good. Completely safe in transport. I pack mine a different way. I use plumbing insulation. In mine, I use like a 2-inch rubber and then pull it down with tape. I found that's the best way for me to transport them. But this is rather good. I just find the rubber hose is a lot easier and a lot more convenient to stick on. That's a lot of work with cardboard. They've been going for a number of years, these guys. They've been getting themselves a global name now, a global recognition. They deserve it. I was looking through the kit earlier, their work is just spot on. I've seen their bars on other bikes out there, and I really love them, the way they've made them. Very popular with the breakouts and fat boys, these bars down here in Australia. Look at that, beautiful. So that's come perfectly wrapped. Look at that, really protected, really well. I love that. Some real radical radius there. So they've even put in the protective here, rubber, which is great. Some companies don't care. Awesome. So this is what the bars look like unwrapped. These are called the Highballer bar, made by Burleigh, Australian company, again, up there on Queensland. This is their bar. It's a 2-inch bar, very sexy. It's very popular, the shape of this bar, very popular. A lot with the fat boy owners and other riders, very popular. It's a stainless steel bar and it's got awesome look to it. This here is a knurl. You heard me talk about the one on Factory 47. This is awesome. It's great to see a knurl fully formed there, and that means it's to the point. And when it comes to the point, it's like that, and you end up with a lot of these right across there. And what happens is, when you clamp this on, the risers, they bite into that knurl and they hold the bar up there. But the boys at Burleigh are rather smart. Like Carlini, they have locking pins underneath the riser. So that's a great idea. Awesome idea is to lock the bars in like that. It has its good points and it has its bad, but they think of everything, all right, which is awesome. It makes the product so much worthwhile. It makes the product better, and you can think, you can see that someone's actually sat down and worked out every problem that can occur with having these bars on a bike and solve it. That's the difference between the original manufacturers and other people, because they have the intellectual know-how of what they actually had to do to solve problems as they build these bars. Look at this beautiful bit here, sliced in. That's so that it can all fit into the bar and clear everything. That's going to be really interesting. So that's beautiful. Beautiful curvature. We've spoken about the risers, okay. Burleigh also, you can purchase through them all the stuff you need to extend when you go with a set of APs or a set of bars. They're awesome. New cables are in there, new brake lines. We have this plug and play. Never used these before. This is the first time we're going to be using these plug and play. They're on the late model, breakouts and fat boys, so they should drop down the bar and should extend up and clear everything. So we'll see how that works. I'm hoping that it's so simple. That'd be awesome. Now, usually the meat hooks are a nightmare to get cables through, but this looks like it's such a big diameter and such a smaller diameter of the cable, it should be a walk in the park. We'll see. I'll let you know on that. But oh yeah, to cap it off, I did speak about it. I want to retouch this issue because it's so important. We changed the bushes out. We go from rubber to solid. That's solid. That's plastic, but it's solid itself. Polyurethane. And what that does is when you go from the rubber, see, a rubber bars actually move because it's the rubber. But when you put the polyurethane bush underneath and mount it underneath here, like that, it pulls any slack out of there. So you can use the high bars and there is very little wobble in them. Actually none at all, really. Whereas the rubber, you can be going around the corner and then the rubber gives way and your bars will go like that and your wheel is not turning, or vice versa, you're turning and then the bars move on you. Nothing worse. I really hate that. I had an experience in America going down the number 5 freeway, did a corner, and the bars moved an extra 2 inches. They were 18-inch APs, and these APs gone like that, and I'm going around the corner, and next thing you know, ugh, and man, the bike's gone a bit like this. I shit myself. So for an enjoyable ride, change out the bushes, polyurethane bushes. Yes. All right, guys, that seems to be a wrap up on these Burleigh bars. We'll be getting them on the bike, updating you, showing you all through the fit up and fit out. All right, cheers.